Hey, John.
Elson. Hey.
I put my glasses on Johnny because we're outside. I forgot his glasses. We're at a thrift store. Okay, you ready to go? All right, let's go look around. Feet up. Sorry guys, I have to record something that I thought I was recording already, but it didn't record. So let me backtrack a little bit and fill you in what I was saying. So what I was saying is, hey, I'm on my way to get my eyelashes done, and just wanted to talk about the thrift store that we went to the other day. I found it to be very, very expensive. For example, that yellow egg separator was $5.99 for a Tupperware egg separator. So to me, that's crazy. That's just too much. When we were in Vermont and New Hampshire, we would do thrifting all the time, and those items we would easily get for 25 cents. 25 cents, 50 cents maybe, never even $1. You would never see that stuff for $1 at the thrift shop. So, yeah, we didn't buy much. Anyway, what did we buy? I'm trying to remember. I don't even remember. Oh, I know what we bought, and this is really cool, and I'll put a picture of it here. So we rent the house that we live in, so we've done a lot of work on the house, like basically put in a whole backyard, because when we moved in, it was just literally just dirt and dog poop. That is all. Dog poop and dirt. That is it. So we don't want to live like that. So my husband, not me, has done a lot of work back there. Anyway, the front yard has this bench area made up of those cinder blocks, which is something I've done before. And I like using cinder blocks to make a little bench or whatever. So the owner had on his bench, he had like a vinyl zipper cover over the foam piece that goes on top where you sit. Well, over time, it got not only faded, but it got like a tear in it, and then it ripped, and it was a pretty big rip, and it just looked like garbage. And again, just because we're renting doesn't mean we want to live like we don't care about the house. So we're trying to figure out, like, can we cover this thing up? We don't want to put in $50 for a new cover for that foam pad. So Chase, my husband, found a tablecloth, which is like an outdoor plasticky kind of tablecloth, something you'd use at a picnic or camping or something, typically. He found one. He's like, this would be perfect for the bench out front. And I'm like, oh my God, yeah, you're right. We could just buy one of these $5 used tablecloths. And so I'll put a picture of it here. It's an American flag. And he just wrapped it over the old vinyl and stapled it underneath. And it's like, that is so genius. Why didn't I think of that? It looks really good. It looks nice. It's not crappy. And it only costs $5. So that was a really good score for that. So we weren't looking for anything at all. We just like to take Johnny out sometimes and get him out of the house and out in public. He loves to be in public. And that leads me to the next thing I wanted to mention is yesterday I forgot to vlog. I know. I forgot to vlog our trip to his old school, which he is going to continue with as it happens. So we went down there yesterday to talk to them to see if we could have accommodations for Johnny to be able to go to school. So what the problem is he needs to be socially distanced. The kids there, they're all special needs, and they all love each other, and they like hugging each other and taking care of each other and holding hands and, stuff like that. It's really super cute. But I don't want Johnny exchanging fluids or getting sneezed in the eyes or, because anytime this child has something as simple as a head cold or a chest cold, he gets sepsis. It goes into his lungs, and his lungs are compromised already. They sit crooked because of his scoliosis. He ends up in the hospital, and it's like very serious, very life-threatening. It's no joke. So the school's willing to send out a note to all the families saying, we have someone with this problem. Could you talk to your kid, make sure they don't kiss Johnny or, touch his hands and this kind of thing. And as well as wearing a mask. So John's going to be wearing a mask the whole time at school, except when they're outside in the community, like outdoors, like the zoo or car wash, different things. They go out, they go all over the place. So we're going to try it. We're going to try, and in conjunction with the discussions we've been having with his doctor's office, we're going to see if we can have Jonathan have a very nice, happy life and not be so ill that he needs to stay at home. Quality of life. We want him to have a really nice quality of life. So that was yesterday, and we took him with us and to the meeting, and he was so excited just driving there to the school because he knew where we were going, because it's like out in the middle of nowhere, out in the country basically. And so he knew where we were going. He was laughing and he was screaming. He's nonverbal, so laughing and screaming are about all he can do. But he was just cracking up the whole time in the meeting. And his teacher was there. He loves her. And then Chase took Johnny out to the outside area, and the students came out to say hi, and they were all excited. They were giving Chase hugs. They were all over Chase too. It was really funny. So that's good news. So starting today, the day that this video goes up, he's at school. So we're happy about that. I'm nervous about that, but that's okay. I'll deal with it. And as long as he is safe and healthy, that's all I care about with that boy. So, yeah. So I posted, per the request of you guys, I posted on the community page on the Audrey Christine channel here, I posted some ingredients you might want to have for this week's new recipe. So don't forget, starting September, the vlogs are not going to have a recipe. They're going to have a craft. So I posted the ingredients in the community page for today's recipe. So maybe you're going to follow along, but we're going to do that together. I'm really excited. It's very yummy. It does have meat. It has meat in it. So I'm not going to eat it. I don't eat meat. I'm not going to eat it. So Benjamin's going to have to do, my son, my other son, he's going to have to do the taste test because I'm not going to taste it. But I know it tastes good because I grew up having this at home with my mom. It is a Mexican recipe. It's something my mom's family made a lot. And yeah, I grew up having it. Sometimes my mom would put it in a burrito, but let's get into that in the kitchen. So I'm going to get my eyelashes done right now. I'll meet you guys back at the house in the kitchen. All right. Okay, here are the ingredients for this recipe today. This is pork chorizo, and it's 9 ounces. This is like less than $1.50 at Walmart. It also comes in beef. Now, normally I don't cook with meat. This is about as much meat as I can handle. It's kind of disguised, because I get really freaked out touching dead animals and stuff. I know, sorry. But this I can handle. And as I mentioned, my mom would serve this a lot growing up. And she wouldn't tell me what it was. I just know that I liked it. But once I found out what it was, stopped eating it because I don't eat meat. All right, salt, pepper, cumin, 3 eggs, sometimes 4, just depending on how it's looking. Sometimes I want, additional egg in there. Some veg oil, some garlic, 2 large potatoes, and I do about a 1/4 cup of red onions. And since I have some Mexican cheese laying around for something else I did, I'm going to throw a little bit of that in there today. So it's just Mexican cheese, and then probably a few sprinkles of some red peppers. So let's go ahead and get these potatoes skinned. Take off the skin and chop them up. I like to chop them into about bite-sized pieces with the oil, garlic, and salt, pepper, and cumin. All right, so let's go. All right, so let's get this heat turned on. All right, I'm going to turn the heat on to high for now. So I have the potatoes, the oil, the garlic, the onion. And I'm going to add salt, pepper, and cumin. Okay, I'm going to turn my flame down a little because it's like way bigger than the pan. So it looks like it's now on a 7. Some salt. And some cumin. If you don't like cumin, then just don't use it. It's you know, you can break some of these rules because if you don't like it, you're not going to eat it. So originally I said 1 teaspoon, but I'm going to do half a teaspoon. So right now we're concerned with cooking the onions and browning the potatoes. We don't put the eggs in until the end. I am going to add a few shakes of red pepper, crushed pepper. It looks like a lot, but not much comes out, but that's good. And this is a relatively cheap meal to make. I know costs right now are really high in the grocery store, but if you're shopping somewhere like Walmart or another like discount store, I don't go to Target anymore for groceries or the regular supermarket or anything like that. Not even Costco. Costco's too much of a nightmare for me. But if, you know, you have that store you know you're getting the best prices at, I'm sure you can do this at a really, really good price. So a couple of potatoes doesn't cost much. This is, like I said, under $1.50 for the chorizo. And this is basically like a sausage, and you'll see it. As soon as everything's browned up, I'll add this in. And then some eggs, and eggs have come down in price. They were like $20, literally. Now at Walmart, we can get a couple of 18 packs of eggs for like $5. Ooh, this smells good. I wish you could smell it with the onions and the cumin. And I like to get the potatoes nice and crispy. So as I mentioned earlier, you can eat this with some fresh homemade beans or, you know, some lentils on the side. Definitely with a tortilla. For sure. That's kind of how I grew up, was using a tortilla instead of like a fork or spoon to pick up some of these Mexican foods. So like beans and rice, fideo, chorizo, different things like that my mom would make. We typically just used a tortilla to tear off a piece, pick up the food and put it in, and it's like a little mini burrito in every bite. If I ate this, I would definitely want some salsa. After it's been plated up on the plate, I would prefer some salsa on the side, even some tomatillo salsa, the green salsa. I love that salsa. It's really good. And this is going to have cheese in it as well towards the end. So lots of flavors. Watch your salt content because the cheese is going to have some salt. I usually, like you saw me, I just put some in my hand and then over, and you can always add your own at the dinner table. Add more if you want. If you don't like cumin, you can use a little bit of chili powder. You can do that. You can put cilantro in here. towards the end. You can do some shredded cheese on top towards the end. This is basically just like the primary ingredients, and then you can, you know, kind of mess with it and change things around as you would like to do. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes. Ooh, look at that. I'm gonna lower you a little bit. Okay, can you see better there? Nice and crispy. Not burnt, just crispy. We're getting there. So the Mexican cheese comes in a circle, and it's called crumble cheese. So I'm putting about a half of a package of that in. This is what it looks like when I've cut it up. I have it over here ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get the chorizo ready. So I just take it and pop it like that and open it up. I'm going to turn the heat down a little. I'm going to turn the heat down to a 3 because I want this to cook a little slow. This does have a flavor to it, the way they package it. It does have like a spicy flavor, but it's not hot by any means. All right, so we'll just go ahead and break that up. Okay, so I did turn down the heat to about a 2. I'm going to cover it for a little bit, let that get nice and done. After this, we're going to add in the eggs and the cheese. My Mexican grandma died when I was about 7, but we used to go to her house a lot, and she had a boyfriend. His name was Don Damian, and he was a little short Mexican man, and he really loved to pinch my cheeks. I got hit, he would pinch my cheeks. Oh God, he just loved all the grandkids so much. Between Don Damian and tortillas and the coffee percolating on the stove in the house, those are my probably most remembered memories I have of my grandma. So time goes by fast. If you feel like your mixture is too dry, add in a couple tablespoons of oil. You could add in a little splash of some broth, chicken or whatever, veg broth, anything. Worst case scenario, just toss in a little bit of water, just to, you know, make it feel comfortable for you. Cooking shouldn't be stressful. Oh gosh, I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. And they do make a vegetarian chorizo, but I don't tend to eat fake meat. I don't bother. All right, so that looks good. Let's go ahead and crack some eggs in there. There's one. There's 2. I might put 4. 3 or 4. Let's see how I feel about it. This is a nice filling dish.
get the carbs from the potatoes, and then the protein from the meat and the eggs. I might as well throw that last egg in there. Whoop. That's a big piece of shell. All right, and let's go ahead and add the cheese. And give her a stir. And then I'm just going to put the lid on. I have it down to just the low. It says low on my gas range here. So it's just on low. And I'm going to leave it here for probably a good 10 minutes. All right, let's check back in a few minutes. Okay, so this is just about ready. It's been a total of about 25 minutes from start to finish. And I usually just let food kind of sit and rest for 10 minutes or so. So I'll let this rest and then plate it up for Benjamin. My husband does not like chorizo. He does not like Mexican food very much at all, which is unfortunate. So I'm going to let this rest, and Benjamin's going to give it a taste test. Okay, here's Ben. He's going to give it a try.
Hello.
Hello, Ben.
Am I going for a specific bit here? Or is it just
Any of it. So I think you have egg and potato in that bite. Well, the chorizo's everywhere.
Wow, good.
Yeah, you've always liked it.
Oh, yeah. Potatoes are really good. Yeah.
Oh, good.
They kept their texture when you cooked it.
Okay, they're not mushy.
No.
Yeah, I don't like mushy potatoes if they're supposed to be firm.
Yeah, did you do a little pepper flakes in here?
I did.
Okay, yeah,
a little red pepper. I was saying some salsa would be good with that, or some tomatillo sauce.
That sriracha sauce is good.
Or sriracha, yeah, that. Maybe a side of beans.
Always. Beans are good on everything. Yeah, I like the Mexican cheese in here. I forgot what it's called. But...
Yeah, just queso.
Yeah, right.
Cheese. Fromage.
That's really good, though.
Okay, good. Yay. Thumbs up?
Oh, definitely.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
All right, well, thanks for hanging out with me. This is the end of this week's vlog. Don't forget, starting next week, we'll be in September, and that begins our craft month. So every Monday, you'll see a new craft from me. I'm excited. I've been crafting a lot, getting ready to do some filming for you guys, and it's a lot of fun. I love crafting. So I appreciate your time. Please go ahead, hit the subscribe button, you guys. Hit the like button and share the videos too. You know, try some new recipes. You know, it doesn't hurt. You may be surprised at things you like that you've never tried before. So I appreciate that. And don't forget the other channel, Audrey Briggs, the Salty Psychic. Hit the subscribe button over there as well, where we talk about crime. It's a whole different ballgame on that other channel. Thanks so much again. I'll see you guys next Monday with a new video. Ciao.